What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Hope everybody has had a good week out there. Wanted to get on, record a couple videos tonight. Apologize I haven't had anything up this week. Was not feeling very good this week, so did not take the time to do so. To be quite honest with you, after the preview Saturday night, something hit me. I fell asleep, and from Sunday until pretty much yesterday, I was down for the count. So I do apologize, but I wanted to get on and do a video tonight. Anyway, if you are new to the channel, if you enjoy the content, please hit the subscribe button, give it a like, all that other good stuff that helps out with the channel, and all that fun stuff. Comment down below, tell me your thoughts. So first and foremost, I want to give credit on the numbers you see to the left of this spreadsheet, to Retro Hoop Collectibles. I don't really get on and watch every video weekly that he does on his PSA updates. I have watched some just because, statistical numbers is interesting to me. Coincidentally, I've heard him mention that he is in kind of like a manufacturing type setting for his work, and I am in the same, career choice. And so things like this, and especially with, process times and all of that stuff, if you're not in that environment, like where you're, putting out product and stuff, I don't know if it would relate or interest you as much, but when you are in that type of situation and you know what it takes to hit due dates or ship dates, etc., these kind of things get really interesting. So I do hop on. He puts these videos out usually on a Wednesday. And in fact, I forgot here, so let me pull his channel up. I did miss a video, I believe. Or no, he does it the week of, I believe. Let me check real quick before I give y'all false information. Yeah, so his last video was PSA update on 8/22. So he does the week of 8/22. So that's what it is there. Anyway, so these numbers here you see right here, and these dates, that was the date that he did his video. So this would be like the week of, and then how much PSA did for that week. And as you can see here, there's 6-figure numbers. I started with this one. I probably should have went to the 5.2, but we will go right here with the 5.9. But anyway, I wanted to go back to when they first paused submissions, which, as we know, was the 1st of May. And I misunderstood for the way he did his videos. I should have known when his last one said 8/22, but had a brain fart. I thought this was the day that he pulled the data and not the week, so I should have did his 5.2 video and added it in here. But anyway, as you can see here, this is each week since they suspended service and how much they did each week. Now, the reason I wanted to use this data isn't to try to replicate or copy what he does each week and give an update on how they are on a weekly basis. But I've heard many times of people saying, well, yeah, I want to submit card, obviously as a SGC group submitter, I talk to people if they are interested in grading and stuff. And I've heard this many times of, well, I'm just going to wait till PSA opens. They're going to open back up. I'm going to send my cards to PSA. So I really got to thinking about it, and I was like, I'm curious, where are they at? This is a great, thing to follow each week. How much did they do for the week? But where are they at overall? And So with this here, I got a total, and obviously I missed out on the 5-2 week here. But anyway, I have a total of 2,507,386 based off the numbers Retro Hoops has shared in each one of his videos, leading up to the one he posted yesterday. And then what I did there is I took this, which is 16 weeks, averaged it out, and it come to 156,711. Now, I am 99.9% sure, since you see here this was 119,224, that the previous week was lower, which would actually probably decrease this number by a little bit, since if it was lower than here. But anyway, let's just use this. I mean, either way it goes, it's going to give you a good idea. So I cannot remember where I heard it, but I heard it in an interview. I don't know if it was Sports Cards Live when Nat was on there, or where exactly I heard it. But I had heard that the backlog at PSA was over 10 million cards, and that was per a PSA leader. Again, I apologize. I was trying to remember where I heard that at, and I could not find the video or remember where exactly I heard that information from. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to estimate it at 10 million. Give it a nice round flush number. So then I took this number here, the 2.5 million that they've estimated completed, and deducted that from the 10 million, which then gave us the almost 7.5 million, 7,492,614,000. That's estimated to be what is still in their backlog. I have been hearing a lot of talk. I know several people in our group, our Facebook group, have said that they've reached out to PSA and asked for their cards to be returned to them raw. I've heard of, Retro Hoops mentioned, several people have told him that they've done it. So this is becoming a pretty common thing. I have no clue how many cards this has happened to. But I did a little, quirky. Let's say it's 1 million. Let's say 1 million cards have been asked to be returned. I don't know that it's that many. It could be more, but keep in mind there's still cards being submitted, just at the $200, $250 level. So would that counteract this? Probably not. But this million number, again, just to play around and throw some numbers out there, right? So that would leave it at 6,492,614 in the backlog. Now again, looking here, they've done 2.5 since they've paused submissions. So what I did here is I took this number, the 6,492,614. I divided that by what their current average is, which is the 156,711. And that brought me a total of 41.43 weeks remaining time to clear the backlog. So if you take this 16-week example here, added there, you're going to be looking at roughly 57 weeks total. And as pretty much everybody knows, that is over 1 year to clear out that backlog. If you just deduct this number here, this 1 million, and say, okay, we don't know what that is, let's just go with the numbers that are pretty projectable. That would put it at 47.81 weeks. Add in that, and then you're going to be looking at almost 64 weeks total, which is, a year and 12 weeks. So basically a year and 3 months. But anyway, so the current rate, just calculating up all of this data and counting on a calendar, the old school way, the current rate would clear the backlog approximately the middle of June of 2022, or almost exactly 13 months since the suspension. And that's based off of, let's see. Oh, that's the remaining weeks. Let's see here. This actually should be 13 and a half, really. So that's calculating this number, not this one, just so people don't get confused. Because obviously 63, almost 64 weeks is going to be more than 13 months. But if you take this one and this one, 67 or 57 weeks, that gives you the 52 weeks for the year and then 5 additional weeks. So that's why I said almost exactly 13 months. So I calculated this based off of this number with the deducting the 1 million. And again, I put here, please keep in mind these numbers do not include any cards that are sent in at the $200 plus service level, nor does it include cards that were graded at the national, because what did they do? I think they said 10,000 at the national or something like that. That's not a ton of number when you're talking 10 million, but it does play a part. So down here I put at the current weekly estimate they are doing, which is this 156,711, they should have 50% of the backlog, not the whole backlog, but 50% of the backlog completed the week before Christmas of 2021. So that's projecting, at this rate and how they're doing, basically doubling this, going 32 weeks total. I counted that out and it looked like, right around the week before Christmas of this year. And again, this does not account for any cards that have been requested to return to the submitters and based on a 10 million card estimated backlog. If I am incorrect on the 10 million, I apologize, but I swear I heard it in a video and it was a PSA executive that it came out and said over 10 million. How far over 10 million? I don't know. They probably don't know an exact number. But you may say, Bobbles, why do you care? You don't use PSA. And you're right. That's a reason I don't get on every Wednesday and check out the update. It's cool to see the numbers. It's cool to see, are they getting better? Are they getting worse? That sort of thing. But the reason I wanted to share this was Retro Hoops does a great job. And again, I don't watch all of the update videos, so I don't know if he's ever actually broken into not just how are they doing each week, but what is our projection for when they get caught up. I don't know if he's ever done that. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this. But the main reason I wanted to do it is because we're sitting here at the end of August right now. We're going into September. We got September, October, November, December. We got 4 months left in the year. A third of the year is left. They've been shut down since May. So you got May, June, July, August. They've been shut down for a third of the year. And I keep hearing people say, well, I'm going to send my cards when PSA opens up. Well, they haven't knocked a lot out if that backlog was really 10 million, which I'm pretty confident it was at least that. Even if it was 6 million, only 60% of the 10 million, they're not even at half. And they are a third of the year at suspended levels. And furthermore, and I wanted to bring attention and share this video here, because this was actually posted 2 weeks ago. This was shared to us. This is on channel Luca Nation Network. This is Nat Turner, Steve Sloan of PSA. They did a pretty long interview here. It is time stamped, so you can go through and see like what they're talking about. But this section right here, it's Nat and Steve's message to group submitters. And this is something like I said, this video was up 2 weeks ago, and it only has 470 views. That's not a lot for interview that has 2 high executives within PSA. So I wanted to add this into what I was discussing tonight to share with everybody of what Steve actually says about the current state. So I'm going to play a little short clip of this so you can hear it from the man's the man's mouth himself. So I'll go ahead and start that so you can hear it.
Orders, so that does certainly help get at least the product back into the marketplace. In terms of getting new submissions in, it's going to be a while, frankly, and that was one of the top questions I got. When am I going to be able to submit cards for $20 again or lower? And it's not going to be 2021. I can tell you for sure that. Unfortunately, just given the backlog at where it is today, we have to focus on that. We've made our bed with this huge influx of submissions, and we have to do everything we can to get those back to the people who submitted them. So looking towards 2022 and more optionality within our online submission center, maybe it's targeted to certain types of cards that we can accept at early basis, for example, vintage, because of how important that is to the set building community. That might be an option that we explore, where we say, okay, we're going to bring back vintage low end first before we get to other categories like ultra modern or modern. So
okay, so that is from the man's mouth himself on August 13th. Not anytime soon. Not in 2021. Beginning of 2022, they might look into bringing back low-end vintage so set builders can send in their vintage cards at an economy level. He specifically states, modern, ultra modern, they just can't do it because of the backlog. This was recent. This was 2 weeks ago. He said this. They've been suspended now for 4 months, or going on 4 months. There's 4 months to go. That puts it at 8 months. Now, that kind of projects in line with this here and what my thoughts was on this. If they get this cleared down to 50% by the week before Christmas, they may open up some levels for the vintage, etc. By the way he sounded in that statement, guys, if you're going to wait, I would say you're probably still, 6, 8, maybe 10 months away from being able to submit ultra modern at an economy bulk type level. If they do it here, if they were to say, okay, fine, we got 50% done, let's go, and this backlog was actually 10 million, you're going to have 5 million cards ahead of your stuff. Right from the jump. 5 million cards. So, for all of those out there, and I actually had just had someone that I know call me this evening. If you've ever watched Platinum, y'all know Platinum submits with us. If you've ever watched them, the dark-haired kid, younger boy with the glasses that does breaks for them, his name is Austin. He actually called me this evening. He's like, man, I've been trying to wait. I have so many cards that I've been stacking up. I just can't do it anymore. He's realized he can't do it anymore. He has cards sitting at PSA. If you want to continue to wait, I guess that you're more patient than I would be. That you still, it's sounding like and looking like you still have a long wait ahead of you. And then, who knows? When they open it back up, are they going to scale it properly? Are they going to do it at the correct pricing point to where they don't get in, 5 million cards? Or whatever the case may be. Are they going to be able to pump the orders out? Or are you going to be waiting till God knows when next year to be able to send those ultra modern Lamellos and hell, this rookie class and probably some Zions and Jaws that people are still stacking up, or Herbert's, Trevor Lawrence's, all that kind of stuff that people's just been waiting on because, well, PSA will be back open. Um, how long are you going to have to wait beyond that to get them back? I mean, at this rate, Trevor Lawrence could be going into his second or third season before you ever got those cards back. This is a prime time for some of these other companies to really, really grasp a hold of the market. This video is in no way intended to like bash PSA. That's not what this is intended for. This was just to kind of give some numbers, crunch some numbers down, and give a realistic outlook and share that video from the man's mouth to let all of you know that are choosing to wait on PSA, you still have a long road ahead. This is a perfect time. Hopefully SGC can continue cranking orders out. I know there's been an uptick in interest of them. Obviously, I say hopefully because we do submit to them. That's who we personally use. CGC, they could have had a great chance to come right out of the gate as a reputable company, new startup with the sports card segment, and crushed it. That was a huge opportunity for them. Unfortunately, they got behind. HGA, it's not my flavor, but I know people like them. I've been seeing rumors, again, Retro Hoops shared that they were letting employees go. People have showed the lobbies and stuff like that where they're not even selling out anymore. So something weird's going on there. I know they've had issues since they started with, different things. There's several other lower end company, or I don't want to say lower end, new companies, that have, gotten a little bit of attention here or there, but the fact remains until the market, and I hate using that word market, but until the hobby, the collectors, and the people buying the cards accept all of these other slabs outside of PSA, and I'm not mentioning BGS because you never hear nothing about them. I mean, let's be honest. Unless people start accepting them and people get past the fact that the other slabs aren't selling for that top PSA dollar and want to accept the fact that these other companies are perfectly capable of grading their cards accurately, respectfully, and they have a place in this hobby. It's always going to be this gripe about value. But the realistic fact is, if you're only worried about the resale value, I guess you're gonna be looking at a long time. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that. I thought it was some pretty interesting information. I love breaking down numbers for you guys. Again, these are estimations. Thank you to Retro Hoops for doing however he does it, pulling data over. I am going to have confidence and faith that his numbers are accurate for what he pulls with this portion of it, which led me to this portion, which led me to this portion. This part is estimated. I am, again, confident that I had heard that said, but I cannot remember where, and I don't like just going off of assumptions. But it still puts a good perspective. Even if this is 6 million and not 10 million, they're not even halfway. And based off of this number, on an average with that number, you would have like 3 more weeks before they were halfway. 2 more weeks because I forgot the 5-2 video that he did. So yeah, it's going to be a long time. If you're waiting on PSA, you have a lot of willpower and mad respect to you. But this is the exact thing that I did not want to get into, and why I began grading with SGC early last year. Um, Even if SGC takes a month, month and a half, 2 months, it's going to be faster than what you're going to be looking at with this. So, anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great evening or great day, because I'll schedule this to post. I'm recording this on Thursday. Um, I hope you all have had a good week. Again, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Are you waiting, or are you, researching other options? And please hit that subscribe button. Go over to Retro Hoops. Give him some, show him some love. He does do these videos, so I do appreciate it. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys tonight. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.